When you are playing this game and you're considered a roaming operator, you do not always need to flank. And this is extremely important. Everyone needs to listen to this. What is going on, you guys? A21 Mayo here today. I'm bringing you episode 3, part 2 of the viewer VoD review series. If you want to submit me your VoD, there will be a Google form link down below in the description. Click that link and there's a step-by-step guide on how to submit me your VoD. There are also links to my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, as well as my tip video playlist down below. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter and Twitch. It is greatly appreciated. And go follow me on Twitch as well, because I stream there almost every single day and I would love to see you there. So in part 1 of episode 3, we went over the attack of Killamilla's VoD. And in the last episode, I gave a disclaimer, and this one I'm going to give as well. Killamilla told me specifically in a Discord DM to go hard on him so he can get better, which I appreciate and I admire, because he wants to get better. So if I seem a little bit dickish, or I seem like I'm being rude or mean, I'm not. I'm just simply doing what he asked. So now in part 2, we're going to go over the defensive side strategy, and I can help critique Killamilla's gameplay.
Exactly, bro. That was good. Yo, we need. This is good. This is good.
All right,
Actually,
I'm gonna place my ADSs. I'm gonna place my ADSs.
I'm gonna trade an echo for a smoke. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm
You're
gonna
trading
place
an
my
echo for a
ADSs
smoke.
right
That's
towards
smart.
office, and I'm gonna go
Look at this lineup here, though. They have a Sledge, Ash, and a Zofia. You should be expecting them to go below. I'm surprised they're not bringing the Buck instead of the Sledge, but it's whatever. They still have the Ash and the Zofia. So they have 3 flashes, possibly 6 with Thermite, 2 Zofia. Yeah. They're having a lot of soft destruction on their side.
Alright, I'm taking a shield. I'm gonna take smoke and I'm just gonna play.
Okay, so this is a good lineup so far. You have Jaeger Barb, Maestro Barb, and then Smoke's bringing shield. That's good. So far, this lineup and the way I'm looking at your team composition is really good, and it's pretty default, but the reason it's default is because it works.
Box.
I'm just gonna play customs. C4.
They're gonna clear you out instantly, memes. You gotta be careful. These guys are serious.
Alright. I'll get 90.
The way he said that. So the way it seems like you guys are talking makes me feel like you guys don't have a set strategy at all. You guys are just kind of not sure if this is a tryout for a specific player or something. But on my team, whenever we try someone out, we always make sure that the tryout is prepared for the maps that we're about to scrim, so that they know what. So that they, oh my goodness, so that way they know what to get. Sorry, I was having a tad bit of a tongue twister.
If I get
slip at the tongue.
They have Jack or no?
Putting 2 pieces of barb there, that is not needed at all. You don't need to put 2 pieces of barb there. Firstly, let me go back here real fast. Firstly, wow, I went really far back.
I'm gonna play close.
Bro, they have Jack or
So firstly, this set right here, that second set you just put down, so you're putting ADSs in fairly good spots. But this piece of barb here, there could be an attacker on this side or this side of the door. Smack this barb somewhere in this area, and they get the barb for free. It's a good sound cue, but a lot of people don't understand the concept of barbed wire. The reasoning for barbed wire is to, 1, slow down drones and attackers, but 2, give you info and possibly net you a kill. So let's say you move this piece of barb here and you only have this one, and then you have someone either playing here, or you have someone playing radio behind you, which is the little angled wall to archive wall, or you have someone playing fountain somewhere over here. If there's only this set of barb here, they have a channel to go through. They have to go through these, that they stay within these 2 lines here. They have to stay in this area. You're channeling the attacker. So either they can jump over here or they have to walk through the barb right behind you. Either way, you're funneling the attacker where you want them. So that way you can swing this side over here, you can swing fountain side over there, or you can swing radio behind you. That's an easy pre-fire. That is what you should do with barb. This set of barb here in the going to long haul isn't that great. Is not that great. You could put it somewhere else. You could put it.
Actually,
You could put it concrete door to archive, like the archive door going to outside. Which that, if you guys didn't know, that little white rectangle in archive is called concrete because it's a concrete slab. You can't nitro cell it. You could put it archive window, concrete door, somewhere there. You could even put it fountain door from office to fountain.
I'll go
You
play
put it there.
Insight.
We need one
Sophia,
office.
Sophia.
So Pulse is below
Ash too?
alone when they have an IQ.
It's like right.
And he's near detention too, so yeah, they didn't 6 the IQ.
Dude, this was Skirmish Customs probably.
my God.
Watch half wall. Someone said
Maestro,
half wall.
hold on. Maestro,
Alright,
go
they're running
to
90.
I'm
archives.
playing half wall.
You're making sure
say
people are in the right
archives.
spot. You don't need 3 armory though. If you're gonna have a 4-man on site, you should have 1 guy play archive, 2 play armory, and then have a middleman. Now, if you guys don't know what the concept of a middleman is, in this instance, you would be the middleman because you have no utility to lose. So if you die, it's basically just you dying, not any utility. With Smoke, he loses 3 smokes. Maestro, he loses the ability to move and shoot people. With his Evil Eye, Cade, you're losing a nitro cell and potentially 1 or 2 electro claws. So you would be the middleman here. And what a middleman does is he sits between the sites and he rotates to whichever site is being pressured more. This concept comes from CSGO. This is why I learned it back in years ago. So basically, whatever site is being pressured more, you're waiting for that to happen. In the meantime, while nothing's being pressured, you will be holding top metal because you don't have anyone top metal right now.
And I'll just play the shield.
Smoke should be playing behind the shield, not you. I don't know why. Where's Smoke at? Is he in small office?
They're taking break room. They're taking break room. They
Right.
have a 90 drone.
Okay, so you have Barb there at least, which is good. Yeah, so Smoke is in
Hibana.
small office, so you don't even need to be over there.
Bro.
There's
No,
nothing they can do. They can't cross small office. Smoke will fucking shoot their cankles off with the shoddy. Cade's there as well for support. Maestro's holding archive, so you'd be playing middleman.
I'll tell you when
So
they
I said.
take 90.
Cade shouldn't be rotating here. I think the
Are
Cade
they
is kind of
in
getting
CC
kill
right now?
hungry a little bit,
I
or
believe so.
impatient. You should never
Cams
get
in CC?
impatient.
No.
Just wait Wait for the attackers to walk into.
Good
Pulse,
shit,
Pulse gets a
boy.
good
You know who it was?
kill there.
Wait, they might push off this side. They just got east.
They open
Yeah,
triple.
Wow, he just knows where I am.
Oh, your pulse, you're good.
People
He
like
wants to
that
cam on
are
his
people who screech in their mic during a ranked match or a scrim. I don't really care what it is. Aren't built for competitive play in this game. You need to have a cool, collected mindset. You can't just freak out when you die. Let's see. Yeah, see, he doesn't even give a fucking call out. Like, what? Like, give a call out, dude. Come on, really? Like, don't just like freak out in your mic. At least give a call out if you're gonna do that. Like, I don't want to sit here and hear you complain in line.
Good shit.
Okay, so the Cade gets one. Now it's a 4v3.
If I didn't down
Minute
like
10
you, she's
left.
lit.
So you guys have every advantage coming to your side. Besides
I'm pretty sure I
time,
downed her, though.
because this still could be
I
winnable for
downed
the
Thermite.
attackers.
Thermite's
So you
down.
downed one.
Oh, they're all tagged.
I just pre-fired him.
You're trying to flank here. You know there's a drone 90.
No, don't be.
IQ's breach.
You're in a really bad spot here. I don't know what
East
you're
staircase,
doing.
East staircase.
What can I smoke
Hey,
off?
you could run out on Thermite. He's outside
You're
breach.
literally standing on top of a
Hold on,
drone.
what's CCTV?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
wait,
fucking
She
dead.
pre-fired the door.
You're on top of a drone. You can see the drone there.
They can't
Yeah,
drone
they're east.
I don't know what you're doing. You're getting... You're allowing the man advantage to dictate your playstyle. You hear the thermite. You hear your teammate say that the thermite's downed. So you look up at the scoreboard and say, "Oh wow, it's a 4v2. I can push and flank." When you are playing this game and you're considered a roaming operator, you do not always need to flank, and this is extremely important. Everyone needs to listen to this. You do not need to flank every single round. That is not what you're there for. You can flank in certain situations where you have to, but you don't need to. You want to flank here. You don't need to, you want to. There's a huge difference there. Need and want, two completely different things. And the thing is, you die, and it becomes a 3v3. Now, granted, Thermite will be 20 HP, but in a one headshot mechanic game, if Thermite's hits his shots, it could be a 3v2 by that point to the to the attacker side.
I downed Thermite. Thermite's down.
So you hear the Thermite being downed, and I'll show you exactly right here. This is where the drone's at, right there. When you go 90, you're literally standing on top of a drone. You're tunnel zoning here. What I would have done, if I'm in your situation, well, firstly, I wouldn't have even have pushed, but I should be expecting this drone here. If you know they're going for an office take, they will have a drone somewhere 90 to hold this area of the map. They have 2 people dead, so you should expect someone to be on that drone. I can't really tell from the quality of the video, it's kind of grainy, but I'm assuming that someone's going to be on the drone if they put it there. I'm not sure if someone's on it.
Middle left, burn time. No, don't be.
IQ's breach.
East staircase.
What can I smoke
Hey,
off?
you could run out on Thermite. He's outside breach.
Hold
You
on,
don't need
what's
to.
CCC?
You don't need to
Wait,
run out.
He pre-fired the
Look at
door.
this.
I think that guy.
Look at this.
I think you guys are right.
Look at this. It's a 2v3 now. Your K died, and you died pretty much at the same same time. Now it's a 2v3 with the attackers having the advantage. Exactly what I said. You do not need to push, and I don't know how the K died, but I'm assuming he fucked up in some way. Yeah. So if you know they're taking office, you need to be expecting them to take concrete door or vent window or AC window. They're going to be taking one of these 2 ways. Most likely they're going to send someone AC window to hold this cross here from top metal. But there's always a chance that they might not have someone there and he might just be concrete door holding plant. But either way, if they're going for an office take, you need to expect at least 1 person on each of these. Or sorry, not 1 person on each, but you should expect 1 person in both of those spots, or maybe a person in each spot, if they have the man advantage. Here, they probably don't. So when they're planting, they have 1 down, so it's technically, it would be a 2v2 if this guy's sticking plant. So there might be 1 AC window, and then 1 fountain where the maestro is, and then 1 planting.
Yeah, I know.
90.
Now this is winnable.
IQ's downed.
IQ's downed. You know you have the diffuser. This maestro should be calling IQ downed, diffuser down radio. Where that IQ is at is called radio, because there's a loud ass fucking radio saying some loud ass shit.
I'm smoking off my metal.
Smoking off metal. You don't need to smoke off metal. You have barbed wire there. If this smoke plays half full here.
IQ and Thermite.
If this smoke plays right here. If he plays right there, okay, firstly, as I was saying in part 1, this wall should be shotgunned open. Both of these walls here. Shotgun these open. So that way you have the option to throw smokes through if you need to, which in this scenario, you're going to need to throw your smokes through. I don't know where he uses first smoke at, but look at the time here. So if you guys didn't know, each smoke canister lasts for 10 seconds. 10 seconds when you know IQ is injured and Thermite's going to be 20 HP. Most of you can probably understand where I'm coming from, but that is so strong. All the intel you have right now is going your way. Someone who's unexperienced at this game and doesn't really know and think this deep would say it's a 1v3, the smoke is most likely going to lose. But I know 2 players are 20 HP because Thermite got injured, he got rezzed. IQ was injured by the Maestro and she got rezzed. So you know 2 people are going to be 20 HP. That is 2 ticks from the smoke. Each smoke canister, every time you get ticked HP, it's 15 HP. So it's 2 ticks, 15 HP, and then you need another 5 to get to die from the smoke. So this smoke has everything going for him, but he played it poorly. You don't need to use your smoke canister on top metal because there's barbed wire there. You have the sound cue in your headphones, and this wall should be shotgun opened already. Smoke has almost full ammo. You should never have full ammo in smoke. You should be doing a lot of map deconstruction and opening up a lot of angles. You should have at most 14 shells, and that's if you have a mute as well and a Mozzie or a castle that can help aid in that soft destruction. But Smoke played this poorly, and he's probably going to lose the round because of it.
They're both downed, and Ash is 1 health. Last one.
Okay, so he's shotgunning the wall. It should already be shotgunned open. You don't need to use your smoke there.
I'm a flash.
Nobody's going to be coming top metal here. And if they do, they're stupid.
Dude,
Yeah, see,
Ash is
Ash,
so
Ash is the only one with full HP here. That's why she's swinging like that. You should be expecting that from the Ash. If I'm engaging the Ash here, I know she's going to be the person on the attacking side with the most HP. So that is why she's doing that, because she has to cover. If you engage the IQ, and Thermite's probably planting here, you're going to get one-shotted, so they're not going to wide swing like that. That's why she's doing that. So you kill the IQ, because she was 20 HP. You know, Ash is in Fountain, and Thermite's probably going to be AC Window. Nope, he's 90. Okay.
Dude, Ash, I just don't know.
Dude, I should have went for the finishes because they rezzed both of them. I should have just went for the finish.
Yeah. Did they rush?
There's a
Did
drone
they, like,
behind you, so
rush
he's telling you
us,
about the
or
drone
did we
in
keep
90.
them?
IQ pretty
Right.
far the door. And
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I feel like if we're in that situation, we just need to play more reserved.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys are calling hacks on someone when you guys are playing like fucking shit.
Okay.
Obviously, this team has a lot more
Unless I need to
teamwork
bring
and
Ronnie
better
Tate.
communication than you.
I mean, if they
You guys are
push
making
breach,
excuses
that
for
shouldn't
playing
be a
poorly.
problem for me, 'cause I can just smoke off my door.
Not necessarily
have
playing
shield.
poorly as an individual, but playing
Maybe
poorly
just drop to
teamwork
whoever
wise.
flag out. Wait for it to load in. Watch this. Oh,
Okay, so you guys aren't doing anything to adjust your
I'll
defense.
get Archives wall. I'll get 90 walls. I got 90.
Alright, we can't get all the office walls, so this kinda sucks.
Open up CC door and the armory door.
I got 2 drones.
Okay, so you're prepping the CC door,
have a
which is
shield. Where
good.
do you
You
want my
have
shield
both
at?
sets of your barbed wire. Why? And you don't need to reload there. Always reload
Don't have
at
enough
the last thing you do.
reinforcements, that's why.
Yeah, no, I'm just
I learned that from playing Smoke and Mute. You don't always need to reload every single time.
Dude, what?
You're playing CC with no ADSs, no reinforcements, and no secondary support from your teammates. And you have both pieces of your barb out. Or sorry, you have both pieces of your barb in your on your person.
And you don't have one reinforcement.
Not smart at all.
I have one, where do we need?
Even if you stayed in there, you were gonna lose your gunfights, or not. You wouldn't have made it out alive. This team has fairly good coordination, so they would have pinched you,
They're
and
pushing
you would have
main
died with 2
breach.
pieces of barb. I would have rather put my barbed wire down and not even gone in CC, because what did that do for you? You didn't waste any time, you didn't get any drones, you didn't get any kills, you didn't do anything besides sit there with your dick in your hand.
They might be 90.
You're relying too much on yourself and not relying enough on your teammates.
Yeah, they're in 90 right now.
Oh crap.
So you know they're gonna go
I'm gonna push
archive.
an office.
So Echo's in God's spot,
God,
he
I
gets
almost killed
fucking good
Thermite.
nighted.
Somebody's half health. There's 3 in the office.
You're gonna flank. Yep, they have a drone on you already. Yep.
Where? Why is he sitting in CC?
If you see a drone there, don't flank. You did exactly what they wanted you to do. Exactly what they wanted you to do. Alright, since Killamilla died,
Like,
I'm
he
just
wasn't
going
even
to
on
skip
the
this
drone.
round because it is a 4v5. So I can't really dictate and...
Fountain.
Not dictate, that's the wrong word. I can't really expect
I can
much out of a
edit.
4v5.
Alright, Castle,
Alright,
put 2
I can't
reinforcements on
believe-
armory.
I can't believe memes tried to spawn.
You're getting the hatches instead of getting the walls.
So what?
If you want to hold upstairs, you're gonna need at
Are we
least...
reinforcing bathroom?
See, this wall is useless. This wall you're reinforcing is
The
completely
two
useless.
downstairs should.
Because they can just go radio wall and buck or open the wall for free, and they have pretty much the same angle. Like, they can do pretty much the same amount of stuff. Honestly, you're giving them a better angle by leaving the archive wall soft, so that way they can go office window, and they have like a fucking 60 or like a 40-50 meter angle with ACOG, and you have a hollow. Like, you're not gonna win that gunfight. So I wouldn't reinforce the hatch. I would get the 2 archive walls, and then I'll have the Jaeger get the 2 armory walls here. That is a default reinforcement.
Alright, yeah, I'll go back.
You're putting your
I need
Elemines
all
in
the
fairly
armory
good spots,
doors,
but...
Castle.
Hmm.
And you
Okay,
need
so
to open
Castle's
that
getting
door,
armory
too.
wall, which is good.
Alright.
I would leave the archive hatch soft,
Archives alone. You can reinforce downstairs, Jaeger.
but leave it closed.
Jaeger got him.
So that way, if you don't have to rotate,
I need you to barricade this.
why would you?
And the arm.
You put an Elamine in archive, and then you're gonna castle it off. It doesn't make sense. It's a useless Elamine. You can't do anything about that. But yeah, what I was saying about the hatch. Leave it closed unless you need to rotate. So that way, if you don't go through it and you don't need to rotate through that, you can leave it there for a sound cue and know if the attackers are there or not. Also, you should prep the vent window on bomb site and then prep the sandwich window. That window you just looked at right there through the hole. Prep that window and then prep the sandwich window so that way you can jump out sandwich and then jump through vent window. That's another rotation that you can have.
Yo, they're already pushing
They're in CC.
customs. They're in customs.
Alright, I'm watching your door,
Since
Jaeger.
they're in customs, that makes me
Hash
think
dead.
that you guys didn't reinforce
We're getting tracked.
the detention wall.
Jackal's lit up.
Jaeger, stop peeking.
Nice track, man.
Pushing up.
And back workshop.
Jackal dead.
By the way, you should put flashlight on Ella.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
Landing
it's
in
the
A.
best barrel attachment.
Planning.
What?
They said planting
I
A.
killed one.
Where were they planning?
Said planting A.
In back.
By the way, I
They're
don't
watching
like
from main lobby.
people calling A and B.
She's
Like
still, she's in the corner
some people
of
might say
site.
Zofia on B.
Jesus.
That doesn't help me at all because I'm not gonna learn
Corner back
the
A.
bomb site letter. I'm gonna learn the callouts, not the bomb site letter. That's kind of a communication crutch. Just say where they're at.
Oh my god.
Where's he at?
In backside. Right side.
If you wait for your teammate here, you guys need to communicate to each other because right now you have a 4v3.
Where were they planning?
Now you have a 4v2. It's a 3v2. If every single one of your teammate pauses after the smoke dies, and you guys start communicating on what you're gonna do and how you can pinch these last two players, you're gonna win this round.
Where were they planning?
So right here, you have two really good guns on Ella and Jaeger, and then not that great of a gun. But either way, if Castle dies, you or Jaeger refrags off of one. They die. Now it's a 2v1. You or Jaeger dies. They refrag. Now it's a 1v0, and you can defuse. When people notice, or when the attackers plant when you're on defense, people just always want to go, 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 go. We have to defuse. We have to defuse. We have to defuse. You only need to start defusing around there, where that green line is at, where I put that little notch. Around there. You have all of this time here, which is about 15-20 seconds, I would say, to defuse. Or sorry, to formulate a strat and see how you guys can pinch the last two remaining attackers.
Dude, she's still.
They're
she's
watching
in the
from
corner of site.
courtyard.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In the very corner back A.
So Castle should rotate down metal, and then you should rotate. You should drop down the hatch.
In A, to the left.
Oh my god.
Where's he at?
In backside. Right side.
He's
Left
to
side
your
on
left
right.
now. He's to your left.
Shit.
So he wins the round of
Shit
just
on, motherfucker.
wins the round just off of
He's
shooting
toxic
people in the
and
head, which is good on him. I mean, he won the round, but it could have been played better.
I don't
That was a good little flick,
smacked
though.
him.
Yeah, Zofia didn't play it well either. The attacking, the last attacker.
Flicky flick.
She didn't play it well. She knew where the castle was going to be coming from. I would have rotated all the way front site.
I
Man,
potatoed
I'll
so hard with Ella.
Bruh.
Dude, we have a love-hate relationship, me and the old hump.
Okay, now do we rehost because memes?
Maestro.
You guys don't have a Jaeger. So what you guys need here, you don't need the Bandit and you don't need the Mozzie. You need a Jaeger, Smoke, Maestro, and either a Velk. Because when you're down on man count, you need intel. That's definitely what you need. You could even drop the Valk for a Goyo or a Cade, but Bandit is kind of useless because they can just go below. Thatcher is banned, but again, it doesn't take that long for the attackers to roam clear the front door and vent and workshop and server in order to get the Bandit batteries off the armory wall. If they want to take armory, that is. And it's even
I
easier
would just
for
panic pick Mozzie, I'm not gonna lie.
it's even easier for them to
Mozzie
attack
OP.
Archive.
I was like,
Because all they have to do is throw, well, in this case, they wouldn't even have to burn an ADS. All they would have to do is just throw a nade over the Archive wall. Nade lands, it gets the bandit battery. Exothermic goes on the wall. They get the wall for free.
Memes is Bush League. I got a drone.
Probably the worst
Okay, yo,
Wi-Fi I know.
something about the office hole is working.
Oh, they're getting wall. We don't have enough freaking wall.
I'm gonna put a maestro this time on the wall.
Just
Yo,
don't
can we
reinforce
get
our,
two office
don't
walls?
reinforce, no,
Yes.
don't reinforce offices. Let them take offices, play
That wall
Arctis.
there
I'll
is
put
called
a
triple.
backside maestro cam to sneaky get the thermite.
I'm pretty sure like everyone calls that wall triple.
I still got 2 reinforcements.
I'm putting this drone in office or in. Yeah, office.
You guys not have any barbed wire? Oh
I
no.
got these 2 fountain walls.
Oh no. I think Maestro might have barb, but
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just gonna frag out.
Do you,
What's up, guy?
see if you can get a pick.
I don't know if
Where's
that's a
Twitch
play.
at? Clap that.
I mean, you guys have 2 nitros and 3 smokes, so you guys don't really need a pick. You just need the attackers to try to plant.
Okay, on drone.
You can deny plant fairly easily if you guys use your utility correctly.
They shot all
Wait a
relevant
minute.
cams. They shot 90 and they.
Yeah, they shot
I
your
already
band.
got my
Yeah, they have an IQ,
bandits
buddy.
off the main wall. So,
Exactly what I was saying. It doesn't take that. It took them what 30 seconds to get the bandits
they're
off.
thermiting it.
Alright, so.
Dude,
means
the one
they
time
got
All right,
both my
Right
evil-
here, if you know they're thermiting that wall, you need to leave immediately. You know they have a sledge and you know they have a Zofia. And if I were you, I would know I don't have a Jaeger. So that means they can Zofia stun you and nade you for free. If they Zofia stun from breach, you can't move your mouse, and then they throw a nade right after, you're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. Every time they get that wall open, unless you're a Womai, and you can deny the utility trying to kill
They
you
got
in
the
bunk,
wrong wall.
you need to leave.
Oh, what? Did they
pretty
get
much.
the close wall?
The left wall.
Oh shit, they're stupid.
I'm pretty sure this wall here is just a
Hey,
bait.
sledge
I
east.
don't think they're there. I'm pretty sure they're just trying to distract you, make you think that you're pushing there. They're pushing there.
Lit.
Sledge office wall.
Now
Just
they're
got
See,
it.
getting the
you
right
could
wall.
have-
They're getting the right wall now.
You could have gone past that
The
and
entire
just.
armory-
I don't know why you went back. Oh no. If you just have, if you would have crossed before the first thermite went off, you would have
You're at
been
90
full
right now.
HP probably.
Memes, can you get on cams? Or are you still
Yeah.
lagging?
You're about to get Zofia
No,
stun in
no,
about
I
can't
5
peek at all.
seconds.
You see office?
One CC to Zofia.
Alright,
There's
40
one
seconds,
repelling.
I'm gonna start. What?
You're
No,
not.
what this
He
sledge
could
was on
see
me.
me. He could see me from there somehow.
Peekaboo.
I don't know.
Peekaboo. Oh, how did
Branson,
you kill
right
when I
here.
stopped peeking?
Sledge,
Alright, one more.
Yeah. I mean, definitely your first mistake was not bringing a
One more.
Jaeger. You always need a Jaeger or a
One
Womai.
peaks 3 rounds in a row
Doesn't
and
matter
dies
if you have
at
2
the end.
players.
Keeps
Yeah,
getting
memes. Why you keep doing that?
so we can win it.
Alright, let's skip to the next round.
Ooh, that's. I don't know how to do that.
Yo, don't break the hatch in what is it? Don't break the hatch in box.
And box? What is box? You guys call small
Now we
office
can get all
box?
the office walls. Get office walls. Now that we have the reinforcements for it.
What are you
I
doing?
got one. Somebody get 2.
Are you trying to do the top metal spawn peak?
I don't have any
No,
more
that's my
reinforcements left.
best parkour of all
Oh
time.
no, bro.
Yo, do we not have 2 walls?
I
you
do. I'm
doing?
coming.
What are you
coming.
doing?
Putting equalize.
La, 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 la.
What are you doing? This is not okay, bro. This is not good. All right, first you want to peek through client side debris, and you never know. This debris that you just shot and is there could look completely different for the attackers. It could not even be there. And secondly, you're holding an extremely long angle with a hollow when the attackers have ACOGs. You don't need to peek this.
They Twitch drone. They have a Twitch.
This is if this was game day in a Go 4 or a league match or CL quals, and you're doing these type of things, I would actually scream at you through Discord. This is throwing. I would consider that throwing.
They're below.
Don't open the hatch if they're below.
below.
Don't open that. There's no reason for you to open that.
Ooh, that was sketchy.
Yeah, you should just kept shooting.
So you have a roaming Jaeger, Bandit, Maestro, Smoke, and you are on site. I would probably go downstairs and help the Jaeger because you have a nitro cell and you don't have any utility that you need to put down, or that you're gonna lose. You're only really gonna lose a nitro cell, which Bandit has as well, and then you have 3 smokes and Evil Eyes. So you could probably help the Jaeger below here.
Yeah, she's still below. IQ's still below main.
Okay, I was just there. Hold on. Should I pre-fire my ass?
I got one thermite.
Wow, Bandit actually got 1 thermite. That is huge. On my team, if we're attacking border, this Bandit is not allowed to Bandit trick this wall. He's either gonna die or he's gonna rotate. We will make him. If we want the wall, we will use whatever utility we need. This guy is not going to be on the wall. So the attacker's not even opening the armory door here. I can see the armory door still barricaded up in the top left. That tells me they're either not experienced with an armory take or they're not communicating.
Force.
Are you watching that, Luce?
So now they're opening the armory door because they knew they fucked up.
Metal. They broke down metal.
Stay on the wall, Bandit. Stay on the wall. I got you.
It's on the wall.
I wouldn't tell Bandit to stay on the wall because he has no ADS. And even if he does, they're gonna burn it.
What?
Another thing.
I don't know how he got. Stay on the
Peeking
wall.
a shield,
Bandit,
you
stay
should
on the
never
wall. I
peek a
got you.
shield like this.
It's on the wall.
They can see you peeking, and you just let yourself know that you're holding an angle of some sort. This guy can literally see you before you even peek. He can see you crouch and stand. You should never peek a shield like that.
What?
Shield is more for intel than it
Like-
is
I don't know how he got that.
than it is for getting a kill. If you know you're safe behind a shield and you can see 3 attackers, you should never peek. Unless you have to for a clutch, but you don't need to.
Oh, I killed office too. Yeah, I killed that.
What?
Their office just all
Sledge
office.
90.
I wallbang
Oh
some.
my god, dude.
They just outfragged you. You guys weren't in the right spot.
Dude,
Bro,
we had 4v5 for 4 rounds.
3.
4.
I got wall banged, dude. I got wall banged through all the smoke.
Complaining about a 4v5 in a scrim is just an excuse. I've won many rounds in a scrim from a player DCing. Just all. How can I explain this? When you have a 4v5 and you have the right set of utility, it is extremely important the way you use your utility. If you fuck up on one piece of utility being placed in the wrong spot, it could be the difference between you losing and winning a round. But when it's a 5v5, there's kind of, you're a little bit more comfortable because you're not so utility. How do I explain this? You have more utility pretty much when it's a 5v5, obviously. But when it's a 4v5, you have to be a lot more careful with the way you attack or defend. You have to play everything almost to a T. So complaining about a 4v5, I've won many rounds in scrims and in ranked matches off of 4v5. Even 3v5 sometimes. Not as often, but you can definitely win rounds and games in a 4v5. You just have to play it almost perfectly. You can't really, there's no error, or there's no room for error. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like and sub. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification button, so that way you can keep up to date with all my content. There are links to my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, as well as my tip video playlist below. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Greatly appreciated. There's also 15 different tip videos in my tip video playlist. So make sure you guys go check that out. If you want to submit me your VOD, there's a Google Docs form down below. Make sure you guys go click that link. And there's a step-by-step guide on how to submit me your VOD. Other than that, I hope this was educational in some way. I hope I gave you some different insight in the game. And I will see you guys in the next video.